The Northwest Ravens will be taking on the Lawrence Lions. The Lions are undefeated on the season at 3-0. They defeated Junction City, Sumner Academy earlier on Thursday night, and then last night defeated Blue Valley. And Blue Valley took third place home by the score of 64-50 against Lee Summit. The Lions are led by Pritchard, also Dioko and Hendricks. They should be a fantastic matchup as Olathe Northwest comes into tonight's game with a record of 2-0. They took on Oak Park, beat them 61-40, and then last night defeated Lee Summit by the score of 59-41. Bells, Colley, and Shields will lead the Ravens. The Ravens will be in their home uniform, blue and white, and the Lawrence Lions will be in their black and red. Shields is a commitment to Nebraska. He's a very smooth player, drives, has a lot of ups, but can step out and hit your three. He really stretches the defense. He's one of the team leaders, and look for him to make some nice passes into Colley. Colley, of course, is the number 2 recruit, number 32 recruit on ESPN's U's 100, and he is committed to Kentucky. He's a force in the middle, a shot blocker, and he only stands at 6'10", so you can just imagine. Last year he averaged 15.8 points a game and 8.5 boards. And he's also a trackster. He can run the floor, and he looks to push the tempo for the Ravens. Last season, the Ravens took home third in the Blue Valley shootout. They beat Olathe North and finished the season at 17-5. So an excellent pre-Sunflower League matchup. For the Lawrence Lions, senior leadership is the key. They are very proud of their high-energy practices out there, and they're without their junior Brad Strauss, who has an ankle injury. Had a tough season last year, finished 5th here at the Blue Valley shootout, and knocked out Olathe South to end up last season at 8-14. So they'll look at better things this year in the 2011-2012 season. You're listening to 810varsity.com, and we're live from the Tiger Pit at Blue Valley. You've got the championship game, the Olathe Northwest Ravens and the Lawrence Lions, coming up in just a few minutes as we pause for station identification. All right, I thought we were having the national anthem, but they are announcing the starting lineups. For the Lawrence Lions, K.J. Pritchard, a 6'5", a senior, and also number 20, Sean Willoughby, a junior. Anthony Buthomeat will be one of the forwards, and Logan Hendricks, a senior for the Lawrence Lions. Mondias De Oka, the sophomore senior center for the Lawrence Lions. Over for Olathe Northwest Ravens, number 14, the senior, 6'2", Davis Reed. Also, Graham Dobbins, the senior. A junior for the Ravens, number 22, Trey Bales. And Siobhan Shields, a junior at 6'4", number 31, that team leader. And Colley, a senior at 6'10". That's your Olathe Northwest Ravens. And we'll now pause for station identification. You're watching 810varsity.com. Our live back from the Tiger Pit Blue Valley Shootout. Olathe Northwest Ravens will be taking on the Lawrence Lions for the championship trophy. Follow live brackets and watch the game online at 810varsity.com, the new home for Kansas City high school sports. If you like 810 Varsity now, buckle your seatbelts as a new design is set to launch in a few weeks. Team and league pages, full coverage sports from football to soccer to wrestling. And of course, no one brings more games live online than 810varsity.com. All right, we're about set to go here for the championship game. Montes de Oca has his hands full, and he'll be jumping tonight for the Lawrence Lions as he'll be having to take care of Willie Colley, the 6'10 senior for the Ravens. Colley is about 3 inches taller than him, but the sophomore has a few more pounds. This should be a fantastic matchup. 8 minutes on the clock and we're set to go. Montes de Oca had it, but he shot it right back to Trey Bells, and the Ravens have the ball. Reed sets up the offense. Over to Shields, back over to Dobbins. Dobbins down to Reed, and Reed up top, and there's a three-pointer by Bells, and he hits it. Trey Bells with a nice shot up at the top of the key. All right, Shane Willowby will bring the ball up. Over to Pritchard. Man-to-man defense by the Ravens. Down to the corner to Hendricks. Hendricks over to Pritchard, back over to Buffalo Meat, down to Willowby. Up top to Hendricks. Knocked away by Colley. Colley saves it and gets it out to Reed. Reed over to Dobbins. Dobbins looked inside, back out to Reed. Man-to-man defense for the Lawrence Lions. Lawrence in their traveling black, and the Ravens will be home tonight in their blue and whites. Into Colley. Colley's got Dioka on him, and he's fouled. Montes de Oca with his first foul. The sophomore is going to have a handful last night against Blue Valley. Montes de Oca got in a few foul problems right off the bat, against Lee Summit last night. There's Colley's first, and he gets the first points on the night. They're up 4-0 with 6:48. His second one hits the front of the rim, is no good. 1 for 2 on the night from the free throw line. Shane brings the ball up. Has Reed on him. Man-to-man defense also for the Ravens. Pritchard over to Buffalo Meat. Buffalo Meat looks inside. The sophomore going to take on Colley. Up and over. How about Bryce Montes de Oca? Shields brings the ball up. Davis Reed, the senior, over to Dobbins. Dobbins back to Reed. Back over to Shields. Pritchard on Shields. That's a nice matchup. K.J. Pritchards. Colley, touch pass over to Reed. Tries to set the screen on Buffalo Meat. Kick it out to Dobbins. Dobbins three, no good. Buffalo Meat picks it up. Shane Willowby brings the ball up. Over to Pritchard. Pritchard looks inside. Colley handles it, and then Rice knocks it out of bounds. Montes de Oca couldn't handle the pass, and he tried to skip it off Willie Colley's, but nothing doing. Out of bounds, Olathe Northwest. Championship game here. The Ravens against the Lions. Up top to Bells. Bells inside to Colley, and quickly Bryce picks up his second. Boy, that's going to be tough here for Lawrence, as their main man picks up his second foul there in the middle of the lane. Northwest gets it into Colley. He drives up and over the sophomore. Knocked around. Buffalo Meat comes away with it. Up to Shane. Shane drives, looks inside. Colley knocks it away. He's going to bring it up himself over to Shields. This is where he's dangerous, and he kicks it back out to Reed. Reed for three. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Logan Hendricks. Hendricks brings the ball over to Shane Willowby. Down to Hendricks. Back to Pritchard. Pritchard walked with it. KJ Pritchard, the son of Kevin Pritchard out of the championship team of Danny Manny and the Miracles. Shields brings it up over to Colley. Colley looks to drive, quickly gets it out to Bales. Bales from the free throw line, shoots it. Rebound, Ravens. Nice left-handed layup by Dobbins. No good. Here come the Lions. Shane kicks it over to Hendricks. Hendricks inside. Blocked by Colley. Montes de Oca with a little baby hook, and Colley came out of nowhere and swatted it away. Nothing doing. Here's Shields from the elbow. It's good. Ron Shields with his first point on the night. 6-2. Ravens. 4:07 here in the first quarter. Buffalo Meat over to Hendricks. Hendricks has Shields on him. A tough defender. Back over to Buffalo Meat. Man-to-man defense for the Ravens. Pritchard has it. Off the screen, Buffalo Meat. The two seniors say they have high energy practices that has given them the confidence to put together a fine season. And it looks like it's timeout on the floor as Jake Mosselman comes in for the Lawrence Lions. And it looks like the big man, Bryce Montes de Oca, is going to have a seat with two fouls. So 6:51 on the clock. 6-2 Ravens. Collision or repair. ABA CarStar has locations throughout the Kansas City metro area. Check us out online for the closest location to you at carstar.com or call the Riverside location for more information. That's at 816-741-6966. ABA CarStar is proud to be the title sponsor of A10Varsity.com and high school sports year-round throughout the metro area. All right, 3:51. We're from the Tiger Pit Blue Valley Shootout, Blue Valley High School. Lawrence Lions be taken out from the sideline. Man-to-man defense for the Ravens. Colley's going to get a blow. Number 15, Sam Power, comes in for the Ravens. Here's a drive by Shane Willowby. Fouls on number 14, Davis Reed. It's his first. Team foul number 1. Pritchard throws it in. Hendricks harassed there on the baseline. Over to Buffalo Meat. He's going to take the three. It's good. Nice stroke by the senior Anthony Buffalo Meat. And he's got three. There's the Ravens. Reed over to Power. Power over to Shields. Shields going to drive on Pritchard and pull up. Takes a shot, no good. Anthony Buffalo Meat pulls it down. There comes the Lawrence Lions. 3:15 on the clock. Out to Mosselman. Mosselman off the back of the rim. Pulled down by the Ravens, Reed. Reed with Buffalo Meat on him. Over to 21. Dobbins. Dobbins and Sam Power. Little miscommunication. Sam was driving and Dobbins wanted to set him up there on the sideline. Ball out of bounds, Lawrence Lions. Jeremy Fennell in for Olathe Northwest. Colley back in for the Ravens also. He's going to guard Buffalo Meat. Pritchard on the baseline. Ball fake. Shot. Puts it back. Nice block by Dobbins. Here's Colley. Length of the field. And Shields with the follow on the jam. Siobhan Shields with 4 points on the night. 8-5. Ravens. Looks like there's going to be a technical foul on the Lawrence Lions bench as Coach Mike Lewis got a little excited. He wanted a technical on Siobhan's last dunk. 8-5, 2:28 on the clock. Siobhan Shields going to shoot the technical foul here. His shot is good. All right, Siobhan's second is good. Shields has 6 points on the night. He'll walk it up. 10-5 Ravens. It's going to go over to Fennell. He's going to set it up, the senior. Back to Bells. Fennell over to Dobbins. Looking inside. Fennell steps it up. There's a three-pointer by Bells. It's no good. Off the back of the rim. Rebound. Lions. Mosselman with a quick step. Over to Pritchard. Pritchard goes over to 32 Hendricks. Hendricks to Buffalo Meat. Back over to Mosselman. Over to Hendricks. Buffalo Meat looks to drive inside and back out to Hendricks. He thought about the three and drives and puts it in. Nice shot by Logan Hendricks. Fennell back over to Dobbins. Fennell back to Shields, and Shields was fouled by Mossman. It's his first. Team foul number 4. 10-7. Ravens on top by 3. Back in is number 14, Davis Reed. He's going to replace Trey Bells, the junior, for the Ravens. Fennell over to Dobbins. Little matchup zone defense, 2-3 defense by the Lions. Look inside to Shields. Skip pass over to Dobbins. Dobbins back out to Fennell. Goes over to Reed. Patient offense here. Cawley's going to spin move. Get it knocked away right into Shields' hand. He puts it up. No good. Rebound. Shane Willowby. Over to Buffalo Meat. Back out to Mosselman. We're going to reset things. Man-to-man defense and foul. Boy, a quick whistle there by officiating crew. Bell, Grinke, and Lassick, the 3 officials on the night. And the foul was on number 10, Fennell. That's his first. Team foul number 2. Pritchard with the ball. He looks down to Willowby. Willowby drives, kicks it back out to Buffalo Meat. He had a three-pointer and kicked out to Mossman. 30 seconds on the clock. Screen by Mossman, but Buffalo Meat didn't want it. Pulls it back out. Looks for Pritchard. Cawley on Buffalo Meat. Fennell. Back to Buffalo Meat. Out to Hendricks. He's going to set it up. Mossman. Look for Buffalo Meat. Inside and kicked out of bounds by Fennell. Quick feet there as Buffalo Meat was skating through the paint. Could have had an easy layup there. Sam Power back in the game. 7 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Buffalo Meat has it. Back over to Shane Willowby. Hendricks for 3. No good. Hit the back of the rim. And that's the end of the first quarter. 10-7 as Olathe Northwest Ravens on top. Got 810varsity.com live from the Blue Valley Shootout in Blue Valley High School. If you're going to trust the roof over your head, you need to trust your roofing company with Christian Brothers Roofing Company. You got years of experience. Don't wait until you know there's a problem. Contact us for a complimentary 16-point roof and gutter inspection at Christian Brothers Roofing at 816-453-ROOF. That's 816-453-ROOF or 453roof.com. So far, Siobhan Shields leading the way for the Ravens with 6 points on the night, as 3 of the Ravens are in the scoring side. As Trey Bells put up the 3, he has 3 points, and Willie Colley added 1 free throw. Lawrence Lions, Buffalo Meat, Hendricks, and Bryce Montes de Oca also has 2. And he's been on the bench early because he's had 2 fouls on the night. And so far, Lawrence Lions have handled everything Olathe Northwest has thrown at him with Montes de Oca on the bench. So Mosselman, Hendricks, Pritchard, Buffalo Meat, and also number 20, Shane Willowby, out on the floor for the Lions. Colley and Shields, Power, Dobbins, and Bells. Over to Buffalo Meat, down to Mosselman, over to Pritchard. Lions showing patience, trying to work it inside. Willowby drives, takes a shot, no good. Rebound Shields. Shields pushed the ball up to Reed. Back out to Bells. Bells inside to Colley. Shot, no good. About got his own rebound and knocked over to Pritchard. Pritchard up the floor to Buffalo Meat quickly. Anthony will run the floor on you, and Pritchard knows to look for him. Man-to-man defense. Mosselman with a shot. Off the back of the glass and good. Jake Mosselman, the junior for the Lions. Shields brought the ball up. Bells over to Power of Bells. Back over to Shields here. Shields looks to drive. It's good. Siobhan Shields. Buffalo Meat for 3. No good. Rebound, Shane Willowby. Over to Hendricks. Hendricks drives the middle of the lane over the big 6'10 Colley. Gets his own rebound and in. 12-11, 6:20 on the clock. Great one so far. Ravens on top by 1. Shields back over to Power. Back up top to Reed. There's Bells. Bells is no good. Rebound Lions. Willowby handles the point guard for the Lions. Reverse over to Buffalo Meat. He's going to drive the bottom of the baseline. Kicks it out to Mosselman. Back up to Pritchard up top. Buffalo Meat to Hendricks. Hendricks back to Pritchard. 5:35 on the clock. Mosselman down to Willowby. Back out to Mosselman. He's got Power on him. Hendricks is matched up with Shields on him. Pritchard will take the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Buffalo Meat with the hustle. Kicks it back up. It's up for grabs. And the Ravens will come away with it. Sam Power with the hustle for Olathe Northwest. Davis Reed inside to Colley. Colley, a little jump hook and good. (14-11), 4:55 here in the first half. Willowby over to Mosselman. Mosselman to Buffalo Meat, down to Willowby. Back out to Mosselman. Looks for Pritchard. Pritchard needs to look to go back door on him. Goes up to Willowby. Pritchard down low. Buffalo Meat was posting up Colley. Pritchard's going to take him one-on-one. Fade away, in and out, and good. KJ Pritchard with his first points on the night. 14-13, 4-12. Cawley just past half court. Reed. Bells. Sam Power, Cawley, and Shields. Shields for three. No good. A scramble for the rebound and out of bounds. It's going to go Lions' way off of number 22, Trey Bells, the junior. Anthony Bonner in for the Lions, and also number 23, Logan Smith. And back in for the Ravens, number 21, Graham Dobbins, the senior. Wasserman with a quick step, kick out to Bonner. Bonner for three, no good. Cawley will pick it up. Shields will push it up quickly. The Ravens. Dobbins had it, and he was fouled on the floor. Foul's going to go on number 20, Shane Willowby. And Troy is going to come in for Shane. Back in is Fennell for the Ravens. Shields to Fennell. Lob it up to Cawley, an easy bucket. He missed it. Then he missed his follow. Rebound, Lions. Pritchard on the sideline. Back out top to Smith. Smith over to Buffalo mate. Takes on Shields. It's up. He's fouled on the shot. He's going to get two. Fouls on number 31, Siobhan Shields. His first team foul, number 3. Anthony Buffalo at the line shooting two. He misses his first. Here's his second. It's good. Anthony has 4 points on the night. We're all tied up 14-14 with 3 minutes here in the first half. Shields. Back over to Bells. Bells looks to Fennell. Now looks inside to Shields. Cawley's got him strapped down low. Clear out. Bells with a drive. Rebound, Buffalo mate. Anthony having a nice night on the boards for the Lawrence Lions. Willowby. And Cawley comes out of nowhere and swats it away. Fast break by the Ravens. Nice job by the Lions to get back. Scramble, and the Ravens going to pull it back out. Goes over to Dobbins. Dobbins inside. Offensive foul. Olathe Northwest. Dobbins drove in. Nice job by the Lions to get that offensive foul there. Dobbins first. And it's team foul number 4 for the Ravens. All right, so the Lions all tied up with the Ravens. 14-14, 2:15 here in the first half. Shields up on Buffalo meat. Hendricks over with Dobbins on him. Cawley's going to lay back off of number 23, Logan Smith. Over to Buffalo meat. Inside to Willoughby. Willoughby gets a foul. It's a foul on Jeremy Fennell. That's his second, team foul number 6. Excuse me, team foul number 5. Davis Reed's going to give Shields a blow here. Up, they decided to leave Shields in, and Fennell comes out. Chance for the Lions to take the lead here for the first time. 14-14 with under 2 minutes to play. Willoughby inside to Smith. Smith with the jump shot, in and out. Rebound, Cawley. Boy, nice shot by Smith down the lane. Unfortunate it didn't fall. Shields looks inside to Cawley. Cawley is going to post him up, back out. Over to Dobbins. Reed, Cawley, Dobbins. Dobbins drives in, looks for Bales. Bales for three, no good. Rebound, Buffalo mate. Anthony with another rebound. He's going to drive Shields, and right there, got it over Cawley, in and out. Boy, nice shot by Anthony, Buffalo mate. Cawley with another rebound. Shields fouled on the floor by number 12, Troy Willowby, the senior. Pritchard and also Shane Willowby will be back in. They're going to replace Bonner and also Logan Smith for the Lions. Still 14-14, 108. You're watching A10varsity.com. Shields almost picked off. Nice job. And he's going to drive. And Hendricks is going to pick up the foul. It's Logan's first. So that puts Shields at the line shooting two. Two for two on the night. We've got 3 for 3 for Shields. His second one in and out, no good. 3 or 4 on the night. Pritchard's going to bring it up for the Lions. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Buffalo beat with Shields on him. Nice left-handed. And in. Nice move by Anthony Buffalo meet for his 7th point on the night. Shields thought about a three. Across court to Bells. Bells back up to Reed. Look inside for Cawley. Shields is going to take the three. Thought he was fouled. Hendricks gets the rebound. Pritchard will push it up quickly and fouled on by number 21, Dobbins. It's his second. That puts him in 1-1, I believe. Nope. No 1-1 yet. That's the 16 fouls. All right, Mosselman's returning for the Lions. Replacing Troy Willoughby. Henrik over to Pritchard. 22 on the clock. Lawrence up by 1, 16-15. First half of the Blue Valley Shootout. Championship game. Pritchard drives. Gets it over to Buffalo Mead. Back to Pritchard. 8-7. Pritchard steps back. Looks to drive. Buffalo Mead. To drive Cawley. And he'll pull up. No good. Boy. Just about bounced in there for Anthony Buffalo Mead. But here in the first half, it is the Lawrence Lions on top of Olathe Northwest by 1, 16-15. You're watching 8-10 varsity. 10 minutes to jump up and grab some popcorn and head back as we take the second half. We're back live from the Tiger Pit, Blue Valley High School, for the Blue Valley Shootout, as it is at halftime for your championship game. Olathe Northwest Ravens against the Lawrence Lions. The Lawrence Lions find themselves up by 1 at halftime, 16-15. Not quite the game that I expected. I expected a little bit more scoring for both sides of the ball, but Lawrence Lions very patient on their offense, trying to work it inside and get the open shot. Leading the way for the Lions is the senior Anthony Buffalo Meade. He has 6 points on the night, and Logan Hendricks, his other senior, has 4. Mossaman, Pritchard, and also Bryce Montes Dioca have 2 on the night. And that's the big factor so far for the Lawrence Lions, as Montes Dioca has 2 fouls on the night and has been out pretty much the first half from early on in the first quarter. Over on the Olathe Northwest side, the Ravens are led by Sharon Shields. He has 9 points on the night. Willie Colley with 3, and also Trey Bells has added a 3-pointer to bring the score to 15. They led there in the first quarter 10-7, but the second quarter belonged all to the Lawrence Lions, 16-15, and we're about set to go for the second half of the championship game. Follow live brackets and watch game online at 810varsity.com, the new home for Kansas City's high school sports. If you like 810 Varsity now, buckle your seatbelts, as a new design is set to launch in a few weeks. Team and league pages, full sports coverage from football to soccer to wrestling. And of course, no one brings more games live online than 810varsity.com. Over 175 broadcasts in the fall, and even more ahead this winter. Live or archive, watch 810varsity.com. All right, we're underway here in the second half. Shields out there, also Reed, Bells, Dobbins, and Colley for the Ravens. For the Lawrence Lions, it's Pritchard, Mossaman, Buffalo Meade, Heinrichs, and Montes Dioca. Shields with the drive. He's fouled, and they're going to count it. Sharon Shields' basket is good, and he's fouled by number 20, Shane Willoughby, his second team foul, number 1 here in the second half. Shields puts him back up by 1. He's got 1 on the line here. His shot is nothing but net. 12 points on the night for Shields. Here comes Lawrence. Over to Henrik. Henrik looks inside. The sophomore Montes Dioca working hard on Colley. And a quick foul by Shields on Henrik. That's Shields' second. Team foul number 1 here. It's an interesting matchup there. Colley and Montes Dioca in the middle. We'll see how the sophomore does on the senior. And Colley got the best of him that time. Picked it off up to Shields. Shields fills it up. Look back to Colley, but nothing doing. Back out to Reed. Reed's going to set it up. 2-3 offense. He's going to pull up and shoot the 3 at the back of the rim. And Montes Dioca had the rebound. Colley wrestled with him, and Bryce traveled. It's going to stay with Olathe Northwest. 18-16, 7:03. Boy, the Lawrence Lions wanted a foul there over the back. Goes into Bells to Reed. Back over to Dobbins. Back over to Bells. Inside to Colley from Shields. He kicks it out to Reed for 3, and it's good. Davis Reed, the senior, with his first bucket on the night. 21-16, and quickly Olathe Northwest on top by 5 here in the second half. Willowby over to Pritchard. Pritchard looks for the drive. The floater, good. K.J. Pritchard for 2. 21-18. Reed, Bells, Colley, Shield back to Reed. Colley going to step out. Looks down to the baseline to Shields. Shields finds Dobbins. and he's going to drive. Shields follows, no good. Rebound Hendrick for the Lions. Over to Buffalo Meat. Inside, over to Bryce, a sophomore from the baseline. Pulls up, no good. Rebound, Davis Reed for the Ravens. Bryce with a nice little jump out shot, but it was no good, and the Ravens with the rebound. Cross court to Bells. Bells for three, and it's no good, out of bounds. 5:34 on the clock, 21-18. The Ravens back on top. Here comes the Lions. Shane Willoughby over to Pritchard. Pritchard with the drive and a block by Dobbins. Graham Dobbins, his third. Team foul number 2. And Sam Power is going to come in for the senior Dobbins. Pritchard throws the ball into Buffalo Meat. Trapped quickly on the baseline. Needs help, finds Hendrick. Back to Buffalo Meat. Back out to Hendrick. Look over to Willoughby, and that's the direction they go. Harassed there on the sideline. Picked up, and he finds Hendrick. Hendrick will drive over to the Bryce, and Bryce couldn't handle it. Montes de Oca couldn't handle it, and out of bounds off him. Davis Reed, the senior for the Ravens, will walk the ball up. Trey Bells. Back to Reed. Reed gets it to Smith. Cauley back out to Reed for three. No good. Picked up. Nice job by Sam Power with the follow, but his shot was no good. The Lions have it. 21-18. 4:33 on the clock. Third quarter. Lawrence Lions against the Olathe Northwest Ravens. Championship game of the Blue Valley Shootout. Buffalo Meat down to Pritchard. Pritchard to Hendrick. Blocked by Shields off Cauley. Cauley was looking for the rebound, but picked up by Sam Power. Here comes Reed. Nice defensive play by Shields. Into Cauley. Back out to Shields. Shields going to drive and then tripped. It looks like it could be on Shane Willoughby. It's his third. Team foul number 2. Siobhan Shields came up a little ginger on that ankle, but he seems to be okay. They'll shoot 2 here. Misses his second. Back in for the Ravens, Jeremy Fennell, and also for the Lions, Troy Willoughby. Here's Shields' second. It's good. 1 out of 2 that time from the 22-18, under 4 here in the third quarter. Buffalo Meat brings it up to Hendrick. Motion offense through the middle of the lane. Buffalo Meat looks inside to Bryce Montes de Oca. Back to Mosselman. Mosselman with power on him. Gets it into the sophomore. Sophomore with 10. Spins over the big 6'10 reach of Cauley, and it's good. Bryce with his second point, with his 4th point on the night. 22-20. Fennell over to Reed. Reed drives over the big guy. Cauley gets it. Blocked by Montes de Oca, but Fennell picks it up and blocked again, this time with the body as the sophomore got Fennell on the drive. Boy, nice job by Bryce Montes de Oca. But it's his third. Team foul number 3, and that puts Jeremy Funnell, the senior, at the line, looking for his first point of the night. In and out, no good. Pritchard's going to come back in for Buffalo Meat. And Colley's going to have a seat as Trey Bells comes in for him. Here's Funnell's second. It's good. So Shane Willoughby comes back in for Montes de Oca. And Shane also has 3. Pritchard wants to bring it up. 3:05, 23-20. Ravens on top. Mosselman over to Pritchard. 1-3-1 matchup, trapping zone. Troy Willoughby. Pritchard. Mosselman. They got the 5'9". Shane Willoughby's posting up inside, but there's a shot by Henrik. He missed it. Second one, no good. Scramble on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. And we'll stay with the Lawrence Lions. Oh, Lawrence Lions' biggest man out there is KJ Pritchard at 6'5" right now. Here comes Colley back in for Sam Power. And Montes de Oca comes back in for the Lawrence Lions as they need some height out there with the Shields and Colley out there for the Ravens. Mosselman will throw it in. Oh, he threw it right to Fennell. Fennell gets it up to Reed. Reed looks over to Bells. Here's Smith. Smith drives. And good. Shields. Trevon Shields with the bucket. Willoughby. Henrik will take on the Colley. Colley just got a piece of it. Here comes Bales. Bales looks for Colley at the baseline. Trapping defense. Mosselman came up a little limping there. Reed over to Shields. Shields for 3. It's good. Well, there's Shield, like we talked about before the game started. 30-second timeout by the Lawrence Lions. Started to say Shields can stretch that defense. He can drive, and then every once in a while he'll step out and pop that 3. As the Ravens go up on top, 28-20, with 1:41 left here in the third quarter. Collision or repair, A&B Car Star has locations throughout the Kansas City metro area. Check us out online for the closest location to you at carstar.com or call the Riverside location for more information at 816-741-6966. A&B Car Star is proud to be the title sponsor of A10Varsity.com and also high school sports year-round throughout the metro area. You've got A10Varsity.com, your new home for Kansas City high school sports. 175 broadcasts in the fall and even more ahead this winter. Live or archive. Watch online at A10Varsity.com. If you give the staff just a couple days there at A10 Varsity, they'll have this game up and ready for you to watch the replay. All at A10 Sports on the varsity side. All right, Colley, Shields, Reed, Fennell, and also Bales out there for the Ravens. Willoughby, Buffalo Meat, Pritchard, Montes de Oca, and also Henrik for the Lawrence Lions. Two of the Lions with 3 fouls, and Graham Dobbins, who's not on the floor for the Ravens, also with 3. Shane Willoughby gets it over to Buffalo Meat. Back to Willoughby. He decides to drive the baseline, knocked away by Fennell. Another jump ball. This time it's going to go Ravens. Davis Reed's going to throw it into Jeremy Fennell, the senior for the Ravens. 28-20, a minute 19 in the third quarter. High-low offense here, 2-3 zone for Lawrence Lions. Going to pack it in for the big man. Reed, nice ball fake and drives and scores. Boy, beautiful ball fake over to Bells, and Reed scores 2. Willoughby over to Pritchard. Pritchard for 3, in and out, no good. And off of the Ravens. Shane Willoughby had a hand on it. Back into the game for the Lawrence Lions, Anthony Bonner. He's going to replace the junior Shane Willoughby. Pritchard gets it into Rice, the sophomore. Shields with a foul there. Going after the ball. Nice job by Anthony Bonner, the freshman, to jump out and meet that ball as Shields was going for it. That's his third. Team foul number 3. Pritchard in the backcourt. 39 seconds on the clock. Montez DeOka with a screen. Pritchard decides to keep it. Little floater inside. He misses. Buffalo Meat with a hand on it. Montez DeOka got it back to Bonner. Bonner scores. Nice job by the Lions to keep it alive. Here's a lob to Colley, and Colley was fouled. 2. That's too bad because that is Montez DeOka's 4th. And it comes with just 20 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. So Colley goes to the line to shoot 2. Boy, Shields had the right idea with a little lob pass there. The defense had their backs to him. First one's good for Colley. Montez DeOka is going to have a seat for a while here. Mosserman comes back in for the Lawrence Lions. Shields will take a blow. Dobbins is back in. Colley's second is no good, but Fennell, little guy on the floor, got the rebound over Pritchard. 2-3 zone. Dobbins. Bales is going to take it. It's good for 3. Trey Bells with a second three-pointer on the night. 34-22. And the Ravens have broken open. 12-point lead at the Blue Valley Shootout. Lawrence Lions down by 12. And Olathe Northwest 34. If you're going to trust the roof over your head, you need to trust your roofing company. With Christian Brothers Roofing Company, you get years of experience. Don't wait until you know there's a problem. Contact us for complimentary 16-point roof and gutter inspection at Christian Brothers Roofing at 816-453-ROOF or 453roof.com. Well, you wanted a fantastic game. You've had one so far. Earlier tonight, Blue Valley Tigers defeated Lee Summit for the third place trophy of their own tournament, and that was a fantastic matchup. Ralstein, Nebraska defeated Olathe North, and they came away with 7th place. And Sumner handled Oak Park for 5th. So all we have left to decide is right here, 34-22. The Ravens on top now by 12. You're watching 810varsity.com. Anthony Bonner out there for the Lions. Mosselman, Buffalo Meat, Pritchard, and Hendricks. Colley, Smith, Reed, Bales, and Dobbins for the Ravens. Here's Hendrick, spin move, swatted away by Colley. He tried to go to his right, and he should have known Colley was right there waiting for him. Might have had a chance if he kept it on his left hand. Lions ball. Hendricks. Trouble here. Mosman over his head. Picked up by Pritchard. Dobbins on him. Pritchard goes straight to the bucket and scores. That's Dobbins' fourth. KJ Pritchard quiet here. Only 6 points on the night. Team foul number 4. Fennell's going to come in for Dobbins here. Pritchard have one. (34-24) with 7:41. Here's Pritchard's shot, in and out, handled by Cawley. Over to Reed. Reed will bring it up. Still 2-3 zone for the Lawrence Lions. Bells, Reed, Fennell. Look inside, a little high-low by Cawley and Shields. Bells trapped there on the far sideline by Bonner and Pritchard. Shields back over to Bells, back up top to Reed. Inside to Cawley. He thought about it, back out to Fennell, the freshman for the Ravens. Reed is going to reset things. 7:06 on the clock. Now they're going to match up man-to-man. Cawley inside, and he's got Hendrick on him, and of course he's got about 10 inches on Hendricks. KJ Pritchard with the foul on Cawley. The basket was good. So he's got one. That's Pritchard's first. Team foul number 4. Cawley gets it. Hendricks going to push it up quickly. Cawley with the kick. There's Hendricks had Pritchard on the baseline going to the basket, and he tried to skip it in there. Hendrick will throw it in for the Lawrence Lions. Gets it out to Mosman, over to Bonner. Bonner down to Buffalo Meat and swatted away for the three-point attempt. Boy, Anthony has to get a shot off quicker with a 6'10" guy coming at him on the baseline. Into Hendrick. Over to Pritchard. Pritchard wanted to take the shot, took his eye away. Skip pass over to Hendrick. Quickly down to Buffalo Meat in the baseline. Into Mosman. Back out to KJ Pritchard for three. It's good. Pritchard with a beautiful shot from the outside. High arcing shot for three. 37-27. Cawley with a spin move. And then he follows with the dunk. Pritchard's got it up the floor quickly. He's going to pull up and shoot the three. And Shields was there to alter his shot. Cawley got the rebound. And there's Bales for three. Timeout on the floor. Lawrence Lions as the Ravens up 42-27 with 6:59 on the clock. You're watching 810varsity.com. Willie Cawley has 8 points on the night, and he fired up the crowd with his own follow of that dunk, and then Bells came back and hit his third three of the night. And that put him up 42-27. All right, so Hendrick, Pritchard, Bonner, Buffalo Meat, and also Mossaman out there for the Lions. Shields, Bales, Reed, Funno, and also Cawley out there for the Ravens. Henrik's going to drive on Reed, puts it up, and is fouled. We'll see if it was on Davis Reed. I wasn't sure if they called it on Fennell. So that's his second. That is team foul number 6 for the Ravens at the line, shooting 2. That's Logan Henricks. It's Henricks' first point of the second half. Montez Dioka is back in for the Lions. Anthony Bonner's going to take a blow. His second shot is good. Logan 2 for 2 on the night. Shields brings it up. Take a screen by Cawley. Nice, easy layup. Left-handed layup for Shields. Off the screen, off Cawley. Pritchard comes the other way. Over to Mossaman. Over to Henrik. Henry look inside to Buffalo Meat. Back over to Henrik. Montez Dioka sets a big screen. Opens up and then is fouled by Shields. Nice job by Bryce Montez Dioka to look for a shot up at the free throw line. And he's fouled by Shields. And that's Shields' 4th. Team foul number 7. 5:10 on the clock, 44-29. So the Ravens have 2 guys in foul trouble, Dobbins and also Shields. Dobbins is going to come in for Shields. Shields has 20 points on the night so far for the Ravens. Here's the sophomore, Bryce Montez Dioka. His shot is no good. Picked up by Fennell of the Ravens. That is Bells. Bells for 3. His 4th three-pointer on the night. He's got 12. Here's Mossaman. Mossaman with Reed. Tries to shake loose. Now he needs help. Henrik is there. Fennell's on Henrik. Cawley Garden, the sophomore Montez Dioka, and he gets it inside and scores. (47-29), 4:28 on the clock. Reed. Over to Bells. Pritchard steps up on him. Screen by Cawley. Gets it over to Reed. Dobbins and Reed. And then he throws it away. Looking for Fennell on the far sideline. Back in for the Lions is Shane Willoughby. KJ Pritchard brings it up. 47-31. Screen up top. Foul. Look like it's going to be on Trey Bells. That's his first. Team foul number 8. It was on the floor, so KJ will shoot 1 and 1. KJ Pritchard was 7 points on the night, and his first one falls short. Buffalo Meat scrambled for it, and it went off Dobbins. Boy, quickly into the lane, Anthony Buffalo Meat. He's got a nose for the ball when it's time to rebound. Pritchard out to Henrik. Henrik over to Willoughby. Willoughby with a 3. His first points on the night. Bells over to Fennell. got KJ Pritchard on him, then trapping defense here in trouble, and he gets it out to Dobbins. Colley. Dobbins to Colley for the dunk. KJ Pritchard for three, no good. Rebound, and it's off Fennell. It's going to stay with the Lions. Shields is going to come back in. 49-34, 3:24 on the clock. The Ravens in control. Shields comes in for Dobbins. Lob to Bryce. He handles it. Colley tried to go for the steal. Over to Pritchard. Willoughby drives Fennell. Tries to get it back to Pritchard. From the elbow, KJ Pritchard. 9 points on the night for Pritchard. 11. Colley going to slow things down here for the Ravens. Under 3 to play. Over to Shields. Shane Willoughby's fourth personal foul. Team foul number 9. Team foul number 5. So both teams in foul trouble here. Shield and also Dobbins for the Ravens. Montes Dioka and Shane Willoughby in foul trouble for the Lions. Reed will throw it in. Gets it over to Colley. Goes to Shields. Shane Willoughby is up on him. And timeout on the floor. Olathe Northwest wants to talk things over the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The Ravens up by 13, 49-36. You're watching 810varsity.com. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game. Be sure to check out 810 Varsity for the upcoming gamecasts in your area, as 810 Varsity is now the place for Kansas City high school sports. Lawrence Lions and the Olathe Northwest Ravens, 49-36. 2:40. Still plenty of time for the Lions to come back, sneak up on the Ravens. Shields leads all scorers. He has 20, but he has 4 fouls. Graham Dobbins also has 4 fouls over on the Ravens side. Shane Willoughby with 4 fouls, and Bryce Montes Dioka also with 4. But he's played the whole fourth quarter with 4 here, so good job by the sophomore. Buffalo Meat, Smith, Pritchard, Willoughby, and also Hendricks out there for the Lions. Colley has the ball. He gets it over to Reed. Fennell back to Colley, back out to Shields. Shields with a little lob to Colley, and it's good. Pritchard. Here's Logan Smith. Smith picks up his dribble. Reed's right on him. Gets it over to Hendrick. Hendrick looks to drive on Bells. Its shot's no good. Rebound, Ravens. Nice job by Davis Reed to come down with that rebound. Here's Shields. Hendrick knocks it away from Shields, and we're going to have a jump ball. That Shields comes out of there a little shaken up, and KJ Pritchard comes over quickly and settles them down. All right, jump ball will stay with the Ravens. Under 2 minutes to play, 51-36. for the championship of the Blue Valley Shootout here. Olathe Northwest Ravens and the Lawrence Lions. Shields gets it across, almost taken away by Willoughby. Little lob into Colley, back over to Bells. Bells, good. Trey Bells with his first two-pointer on the night. He's got 4 threes. Logan Smith for the Lions. 1:25 on the clock. Gets it over to KJ Pritchard, out to Buffalo Meat for 3. No good. Rebound Ravens, but a quick whistle. Looks like the foul's on number 14, Davis Reed. It's his third, team foul number 9. So that'll put Shane Willoughby at the line shooting 2. Marcus Phipps in for the Ravens. He's going to replace Davis Reed. Anthony Bonner comes back in for Logan Smith. Minute 14 on the clock. Shane just 2 points on the night. This is his first trip to the line for the Lions. His first shot is up, and it's good. As a 1-on-1 situation, so Shane gets a second. And he's perfect from the line. Timeout, Lawrence Lions. Collision or repair. A&B CarStar has locations throughout the Kansas City metro area. Check us out online for the closest location to you at carstar.com. Or call the Riverside location for more information at 816-741-6966. A&B CarStar is proud to be the title sponsor of 810varsity.com and high school sports year-round throughout the metro area. All right, you wanted a good game. You've got it, 53-38. Minute 14. Siobhan Shields leads the way with 20 points. Over on the Lawrence Lions side, KJ Pritchard has had a nice second half, and he has 11 points. Bryce Montes de Oca has had a nice second half also, throwing in a couple buckets when they needed it. He has 6 points on the night. So Ravens ball underneath the basket here. Full court pressure by Lawrence Lions. Shields, Colley, Phipps, Fennell, and also Bales. Oh, KJ Pritchard thought he came away with a steal, but got a foul. KJ Pritchard with his second personal. Team foul number 6. It's not 1-and-1, so still full court pressure down here. Into Fennell. Timeout, Olathe Northwest Ravens. Boy, Coach Mike Grove wanted that timeout because he saw something happening that he didn't like, and that was the full court pressure was giving his ball handler all kinds of fits. 53-38 with a minute 6. If you're going to trust the roof over your head, you need to trust your roofing company with Christian Brothers Roofing Company. Years of experience. Don't wait until you know there's a problem. Contact us for a complimentary 16-point roof and gutter inspection at Christian Brothers Roofing. 816-453-ROOF or at 453roof.com. You're watching 8-10 Varsity live from the Tiger Pit, Blue Valley High School, Stillwell, Kansas, as Olathe Northwest seems to have the game in hand, 53-38 over the Lawrence Lions. Boy, first half belonged to the Lions. They were up 16-15 at half, and then the Ravens came storming back there in the third quarter and has put the finishing touches here in the fourth. Bales breaks the press and up the floor quickly, and that is on Shane Willoughby. That is his fifth, so he'll foul out with 2 points on the night. Mosselman comes in for him. Also True Willoughby is in. Shields is going to have his seat. Number 12, Trevor Moy, comes in for Shields. Trey Bells hits his first one. Right at a minute to play, 54-38. And he hits his second one. Bells will have a seat. Dobbins will come back in for the Ravens. Well, the Ravens came in last year and took third. This year it looks like they're going to come away with the championship trophy. Here's Buffalo Meats three, and it's good. His first point in the second half. Fennell gets it up quickly to Dobbins. Dobbins with a layup and good. Nice control by Dobbins. Here's a three-pointer by Mosselman. No good. Rebound Henrik. 30 seconds on the clock. Bonner overshoots it. Rebound by Phipps. Taken away by Willoughby. Moy with the rebound. And then fouled. It's Anthony Bonner's first. So Moy will shoot a 1-and-1 here. It's the team foul number 8. 16.9 on the clock. 57-41. It appears the Ravens are going to come away with the championship of the Blue Valley Shootout. Moy's shot is no good. Rebound by Henrik. Henrik up to Bonner. Over to Mosselman. Inside to Buffalo Meat. Reverse layup, no good. Picked up by Sam Power. 4 seconds on the clock. Olathe Northwest Ravens come away with the victory at the Blue Valley Shootout. So Olathe Northwest defeats Lawrence Lions 57-41 here from the Blue Valley. Leading the scorers was Siobhan Shields with 20. Willie Colley added in 15. Trey Bells had 4 pointers on the night and ended up with 16 points. Dobbins with 2. Davis Reed had 5. And Jeremy Fennell added 1, and also Moy with 1. Over on the Lawrence Lions side, Bonner had 2. Troy Willoughby added a 3. KJ Pritchard ended up with 11. Shane Willoughby with 4 points on the night. Anthony Buffalo Meat had 10. And Bryce Montes Dioca had 6. And then Logan Hendricks, the senior, had 6 also. And the score was 57-41 as they give the first place trophy to the Olathe Northwest Ravens and Coach Mike Grove. Follow live broadcasts and watch game online at a10varsity.com, the new home for Kansas City high school sports. If you like A10 Varsity now, buckle your seatbelts as a new design is set to launch in a few weeks. Team and league pages full sport coverage from football to soccer to wrestling. And of course, no one brings more games live online than 810varsity.com. Over 175 broadcasts in the fall and even more ahead this winter. Live or archive, watch online at 810varsity.com. And you saw the championship trophy was given to the injured Raven. That was junior Brad Strass. So thanks for joining us on 810 Varsity. Be sure to check the upcoming games on 810varsity.com. This is Chad Hunsaker. I'm hitting the highway. Clear the sidewalks. I'm heading home. Thanks for joining us tonight.